War of words between Alexander Isak and Newcastle United has officially started as the striker tries to force a move. The club have responded to Isak's Instagram statement last night, saying they are disappointed that no commitment has been made to Isak that he can leave.
The man Newcastle fans hailed as their future, their superstar, their record signing. The man meant to carry the Magpies into a new era of glory. But now, everything has fallen apart. One Instagram post, and a relationship built on trust and ambition has shattered into pieces. A saga of broken promises, betrayal, and a future in doubt. It began with a single post. A black and white photo of Isak looking down, captioned with words no Newcastle fan ever expected to read. "I can't continue like this. Promises were made. Promises were broken. For me, the trust is gone. I need a new chapter. For myself and for everyone." Those words hit like a thunderclap. The fan base was stunned. The media went wild. This wasn't just a player expressing frustration. This was Alexander Isak declaring war on his own club. In that moment, Isak wasn't just criticizing his situation. He was calling out the entire foundation of Newcastle's relationship with him. He was saying, "You lied to me. You promised me something. And you failed." Newcastle United wasted no time. Within hours, the club released a carefully worded statement. They insisted no promises had ever been broken. They reminded everyone, Isak is under contract. The conditions for a transfer have not been met, and they will not be met. But the tone wasn't defensive. It was cold. It was firm. The message was clear. Newcastle would not be bullied, even by their star striker. For the fans, the statement raised more questions than answers. Why would Isak risk everything, his reputation, his bond with supporters, to make such a dramatic claim? Was this pure frustration? Or was there something deeper, something Newcastle wasn't telling us? This saga is no longer just about football. It's about trust. Isak says Newcastle broke it. Newcastle says they didn't. But once that word enters the conversation, trust, it's hard to repair. Trust isn't just about contracts. It's about respect. About communication, about believing that the promises made behind closed doors mean something when the lights go out. And when a player of Isak's stature goes public, when he risks being branded unprofessional, when he's willing to burn bridges in front of millions, something has clearly gone wrong. For Isak, this was personal. For Newcastle, it was business. And that clash is now ripping them apart. The fallout has been immediate. Fans are divided. Some feel betrayed, accusing Isak of abandoning the club in its rise. Others sympathize, pointing fingers at the Newcastle hierarchy for making promises they couldn't keep. Meanwhile, rivals are circling. Liverpool, already knocking at the door, see an opportunity. Other European giants are watching, waiting for the walls at St. James's Park to crumble. But one thing is certain, the Alexander Isak that once smiled in black and white is gone. In his place stands a man ready to walk away. This isn't just about a transfer. It's about what happens when trust collapses between a player and a club. Money can fix a lot in football, but once a player says, enough, once the dressing room whispers turn into headlines, no amount of money can repair what's broken. Isak has spoken, Newcastle has responded, and now the entire football world is watching. Alexander Isak and Newcastle United. Once a partnership built on hope, now a battle built on mistrust. The Instagram post may be just words, but those words could mark the end of an era at St. James's Park. The question is, who breaks first? The club, the player, or the trust that held them together in the first place? This is football, this is drama, and this is the nightmare Newcastle never saw coming.